Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. Frazee Family Foods. What a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar. Perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Hi, I'm Karen Downing, and this is Spotlight on Frazee. Today we're at the city offices in Frazee, and there's a big project coming up. I'm going to introduce you to Chris Thorson and Patrick Hollister. Why don't you guys just tell me how you're connected to this project? Patrick?
Sure, I'm Patrick Hollister with Partnership for Health. We are the combined public health departmts of Becker, Clay, Ottertail, and Wilkin counties. We're funded by a grant from the Minnesota Department of Health known as SHIP, Statewide Health Improvement Partnership, and we provided funding for this study.
Thank you. All right, and Chris Thorson, all right, tell me how you're connected.
Hi, I'm Chris Thorson. I am the city engineer for the city of Frazee. I work at Alltag Engineers out of Detroit Lakes. And yes, we're starting a planning process for a big project coming up.
Yep. Yes, it sounds very big. And I know I have notes here it's called, you're going to be doing a complete street study, and it has to do with the reconstruction of Main Street. And also it's coming up in 2027, is that what it was? All right, and this is all in process right now. Yep. So why don't you bring us up to date exactly what this is about, okay?
Sure will. So in 2027, Becker County, along with the city of Frazee, they are planning for the reconstruction of Main Avenue. The segments of Main Avenue, we'll start with West Main Avenue first, and that's from 5th Street all the way to Lake Street. Then the segment of East Main Avenue is again from Lake Street down to the Ottertail Bridge. So those planned segments through Becker County, that's Becker County's corridor, and they're planning for the reconstruction efforts along with the city. These were originally constructed back in both 1999 for West Main and the year 2000 for East Main. So it's coming to a point where the pavement is needing to be replaced, and that's what they're doing. Along with the process, the city wanted to look at doing a complete street study to really look at all the modes of traffic that are using the corridor. So along with Patrick and his group and some funding from his group, the city set out and formed a committee, got together at the table, drew up some preliminary sketches as far as what we'd like to see within the corridor for all those modes of traffic. And that's for both pedestrians and bikers, along with motorists and even truck traffic.
Yeah, you seem to have everyone considered in this project. You're talking about everyone who could possibly use the street. I know so much is happening in Frazee these last year or two, especially last year, but the last couple of years. This would really be a huge benefit and a piece of that whole picture of what's happening here in Frazee. Yeah. Yep. We are going to have an open house here, a really important open house. And can we talk about maybe where that's going to be and what's the purpose of that?
Sure. The open house is going to be at the Frazee Event Center on Thursday, June 12th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. There are going to be two presentations that will be identical in content, right? First presentation will be at 6:15 p.m. Second presentation will be at 7:15 p.m. They will be the same, but I'd encourage you to come hear at least one of them or both of them.
Right, and this is one of those situations where we want everyone included in this. We want to hear what they have to say, and it is a place that anyone here can have input as to what's going on here, any information they may want to have about this, the importance of it, and so forth. Patrick, I'd like you maybe to explain your involvement in this in your organization.
Sure. So as I said earlier, Partnership for Health is the combined public health departments of Becker, Clay, Ottertail, and Wilkin counties. And we're funded by the state of Minnesota under the SHIP program, Statewide Health Improvement Partnership. And one of our goals is to make communities in our 4 counties more bicycle and pedestrian friendly. And so we often fund studies like this. We've done it in communities all over the 4 counties. And our goal is to make it safer and easier more enjoyable, more convenient to bike or walk in Frazee. So we know that Frazee is going to be reconstructing Main Street here in town in 2027, and we were approached by the city of Frazee about whether or not we would have funding available to pay for a study to figure out how to make Main Street more usable by all modes of transportation. And of course, we were delighted to participate in that. We want to improve the health of people in our communities in the 4 counties, and one important way to do that is to make it safer and easier and more convenient for people to bike and walk. We've been involved in a number of different projects in Frazee in that regard. We helped fund the Highway 87 study. You remember when we reconstructed Highway 87 through town? We're involved with Wanigan Park. We're involved with the Heartland Trail that is coming closer and closer to Frazee. So that's our motivation to be involved in this, and we're delighted to help provide funding for this project. And we still want public input on the plans. It's not carved in stone. So please come join us on June 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Frazee Event Center. That's on a Thursday. And there will be 2 presentations, one at 6:15 p.m., one at 7:15 p.m. We want your input. We want to have this study wrapped up by September 30th. But until then, the plans could change, and we want to know what you think. So please come join us Thursday, June 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Frazee Event Center. Thank you.
Well, I just want to say thank you very much. That's a lot, and we really appreciate it. So did you want to explain a little more about the actual corridor, history, that type of thing?
Sure can. So again, back in 99 and 2000, when the streets were reconstructed, we looked at just traffic lanes and parking, sidewalk, of course, downtown. But almost 30 years later, we've got a different vision for Main Avenue. So we looked at areas that currently don't have sidewalk, and we want to add sidewalk in. So we have full access to foot traffic up and down both sides of Main Street. We are also widening some of the sidewalk areas in the very downtown area, just for more ease of movement around the businesses downtown and so forth. Along with that, we currently have really wide parking lanes. They're about 12 feet wide, and standard is about, you need a good 8 feet or so. So we have space there to use to put in a bike travel lane, and we would stripe that lane down that edge of the parking between the driving lane and the parking lane for bicyclists to use and find their way through the corridor.
Nice. Yes, this sounds like it would be a huge positive change for Frazee, a major update. And I can see the bike lanes myself. I know that there's people that are biking, but with the trails that are coming through and so forth, and all the extra people that we have, tourists that are coming through, everything that's drawing them to Frazee with our new restaurants, with Wanigan Park, with the trolls in the area, because we have our own troll here. This would be a completely, awesome update for us. So I'm excited about it. This is really great. Yeah. So I just want to remind you one more time about this open house. It is June 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Frazee Event Center. They have 2 presentations that you can be there for. One is at 6:15, one is at 7:15, and they really want you to provide input on this. This is a family-friendly event, so grab the kids, grab everybody, come on over and be a part of this. So I just want to thank you for being with us today. This is Spotlight on Frazee, and let's keep Frazee moving forward.